communiques come out in any of this that would suggest that it's a, a reverse psychological op or anything of that nature. He's just a guy who's an info warrior who realizes that information is the weapon of the 21st century.
Well, he's being persecuted regardless, and we can't let him use Assange to shut down our web freedom, like the Israelis launching the Stuxnet, and then our media using that to try to shut down freedom.
Well, that may be true because, Stacey just sent me an email. Joe Lieberman is calling for the New York Times to be investigated for espionage.
I'll tell you what. We're just going to do a little bit of overdrive right now. I know I'm giving the guys a notice right here at the end. Can we do that? We're going into the 4th hour right now. And coming up later, I called Homeland Security today. Okay, we're in overdrive right now with Max Keiser. And yes, the neocons are all out in force calling for espionage charges against the media, including the New York Times. Government is putting telescreens in the Walmarts, Mall of America. We are literally, it's like they're using 1984 as a playbook. Max Keiser, your take on the TSA and invading the countryside now, the telescreens that are in London and now the U.S., and the point you were making about how that this is their internet media 9/11. Please continue.
Well, Alex, you live in a penal colony called the United States of America. It's a penal colony. The citizens there live in prison. It's a penal colony. I would never visit. I haven't been there in 10 years. People say, come on, visit. Come back. I say, why would I visit a penal colony? It's like going to Devil's Island or some, lockdown prison. That's not my idea of fun. I mean, it's become a joke. People who live outside the America now refer to America and laugh out loud.
What do you mean? But hold on, Max. Max, I mean, let's be fair. You're losing your freedoms in Europe, England. This is a worldwide tyranny. After all, Devil's Island was a French prison outfit. I mean, come on. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, you don't see, this Walmart thing with people like asking you to tattletale on your shopper, like your shopper next to you might be a terrorist. Tell the people.
Imagine Homeland Security,
the information technology companies, the defense contracting companies. They ran out of third world countries to corrupt. They bankrupted the rest of the world. Now they're going to bankrupt America. And this the big joke is that you got all these Americans stampeding on themselves to go shopping on Black Friday, killing themselves to be a spectacle from network TV that has utter contempt on Americans and treats them like performing stunt pigs. And says, look at these pigs killing themselves for a deal on food and milk. Isn't that hilarious?
Well, I've got to agree.
It's still living there and not migrating out of there. It's the same thing back in Nazi Germany. Why did the Jews stay behind? They said it couldn't happen to us. It could never happen to us. We were citizens of this country. It's a democracy. They'll never put us in jail. And they get all burned to death. What do you think is going to be happening in America? It's going to be the final solution. People have no ability to make money. There's no benefits for these people. Like Joe Lieberman, who's now investigating the New York Times for espionage, will come out and say, I believe in the final solution. I'm Joe Lieberman. We need to incinerate poor Americans today, or we're going to be overcome by our poverty. That's where they're headed. If you're still there in 2 years' time, there's a risk you'll be burnt to death in a government-owned oven. Get out! Get out now!
Well, it is true that we have more people in our prisons than dozens of other major nations combined. We have 4 times what China
has. The incarceration rate of America. It's the number one. It's the biggest growth population in America is the prison population, and increasingly that's where they're getting all their cheap labor. Is a prison labor population. Who do you think is manufacturing all the license plates and Trotskys that they're selling overseas? It's the prisoners that they put in prison with those 3-strike-you're-out rule. All the private prison operators like Prison Corps of America own the restaurants and the hotels. You go to prison, you end up eating in the restaurant. The profit centers are you be in prison. That's the most profitable business. Prisons and casinos. You see now that this guy, head of the Democrats, wants to legalize gambling in America, online poker, of course, because they want everyone to be degenerate.
Yeah, you predicted that. It's hellish.
Well, you live in there. You got to get out of there. I don't think there's any nobility in being a guy, the last guy into the incinerator. I don't think there's anything noble about it. I think anyone you should get out to protect yourself and your family. Go to another country. There's plenty of opportunities elsewhere in the world, and it's not that hard to expatriate. and say, to hell with you. I'm not going to participate in your gulag casino nightmare. I'm going to go to some other country. Go to Chile. Chile is a fantastic country these days. Go to South America. Go to Central America. There's plenty of opportunities around the world. The U.S. has become a penal colony. Why would you voluntarily go to a penal colony? It makes no sense.
Have you expatriated?
Well, it's in the process. You know, it's very, very difficult to sever ties with the U.S. completely. It's a very long, drawn-out process.
Yeah. Max, we'll talk to you again very soon. Big success with the silver move there. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with retransmission when I call Homeland Security live on air and report the real terrorist. That's coming up next. Stay with us.